That's right. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Mr. O once again. And I felt like I needed to go ahead and do this quick pod. Welcome to my podcast, and I need to do this real quick podcast, right quick and right fast. May take a little bit longer. Now, in case y'all been a little bit stuck in the dark, I'm gonna take a different turn here, and we want to tap into the sports world, for instance. We all know this is NFL preseason, and a lot of things have been going on besides the Olympics and all of us that. And I want y'all to look at this article. Look at the picture that I is posted on my podcast. As you can see, that's a picture of San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick. You know, and I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna read this article here. I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna do my commentary, and I'll come back with my commentary on it in a few. Colin Kaepernick protests national anthem and U.S. flag because he won't show pride in the flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of color. And Colin Kaepernick recently caused a stir on Friday night when sat during the playing of the national anthem at Levi Stadium prior to the 49ers preseason game against the Packers. As a Bears fan, I don't blame him. And it was the second time this preseason that Kaepernick has sat during the anthem. Now, after the game, during an interview with NFL.com, Kaepernick explained that the move was a protest over how the country treats black people and people of color. I'm not going to stand up to show pride in the flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of color. You know, to me, this is bigger than football, and it would be selfish on my part to look the other way. There are bodies in the streets and people getting paid leave and getting away with murder. Kaepernick went on to explain that he did not tell the 49ers of his intentions to protest the anthem and flag, noting that he wasn't going to seek out approval for something he felt he needed to do. Way to go. You know, which is pretty good because, now, this is not something that I'm going to run by anybody. He said, I'm not looking for approval. I have to stand up for people that's oppressed. If they take away football, my endorsements from me, I know that I stood up for what is right at the end of the day. The 49ers issued a statement that they respect Kaepernick's decision to protest the anthem, but also at the same time acknowledge that the anthem is a ceremony that honors the very liberties that give Kaepernick the right to protest. The national anthem is and always will be a special part of the pregame ceremony. It is an opportunity to honor our country and reflect on the great liberties we are afforded as its citizens. In respecting such American principles as freedom of religion and freedom of expression, we recognize the right of an individual to choose to participate or not in our celebration of the national anthem. Now, that was a shocker there. I'm pretty surprised that the 49ers, stood by Colin Kaepernick's decision, but that was a little short one like that. But I'm gonna add a little bit something, on to that, and I'm gonna thank my man, my good friend Tommy Rain, for bringing this up. I mean, I knew about it, but I mean, he just regalvanized it. A certain quarterback of a certain pro football team in North Carolina. Take notice, Cam Newton. Take notice. Now, let me get on there with that. This isn't the first time Colin Kaepernick did this. I mean, he spoke on about the racial injustices and stuff like that too. Especially when he spoke about the police shootings by the race soldiers of unarmed black men, women, and children. And then these jokers getting out here taking paid leave and getting off scot-free and getting away with murder. Especially the recent happenings to Alton Sterling and Philando Castile and even what's going on in Milwaukee. Same thing with that too. Now, the reason why I say Cam Newton at the end, because recently in a comment, what Cam Newton has said really kind of like pissed me off. You know, after what what he went through, I'm like, and this is what Cam Newton said, and this is coming from ABC.com. The reason why I said Cam Newton, you know, as he said, this is coming out of GQ magazine in a wide range of interview with GQ. Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton told the magazine that he doesn't think he's subjected to extra scrutiny because he's black, and saying like it's not racism. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Newton has been recently critiqued for his playing style and demeanor on and off the field throughout the 5 seasons in the NFL, and some is pointing to Newton's race as part of the reason he received such criticism. The quarterback, however, dismissed that idea to GQ, saying, I don't want this to be about race because it's not. It's not. Like, we're beyond that as a nation. Now, this is where it's going to get good. This is what I'm going to tell you, Corey. Before Super Bowl 50, Newton created headlines when he described himself as a, quote unquote, African American quarterback that may scare a lot of people because they haven't seen nothing they can compare me to, which is true. Then he later eased off those comments in the run-up to his first Super Bowl appearance when he became the 6th black quarterback to start the NFL's title game, saying that I don't even want to touch the topic of black quarterbacks because I think this game is bigger than black, white, or green. Since when green become a race or nationality? Wow. I think we limit ourselves when we just label ourselves just black, this, and that, and the third. I want to bring awareness because of that, but yet I don't think I should be labeled just a black quarterback because there's bigger things in the sport that need to be accomplished. Asked by GQ magazine about other hot-button national issues, Newt said he doesn't have an opinion on Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump and wouldn't say whether he vote for North Carolina's Governor Pat McCrory. He said, I love people too much to care about those type of things. You know, McCrory's controversial House Bill 2 that eliminated anti-discrimination protections for lesbians, gay, bisexual, and transgender people. That's brought scrutiny in North Carolina, and that's what led the NBA to removing the 2017 All-Star game from Charlotte, the city where Newton leads the defended NFC champion Panthers. Newton said he'd rather let people develop their own opinions rather than advocate for his position. I let you be the judge. I don't look at it like that. I look at some people have certain beliefs, and I have my own beliefs, and we can agree to disagree on certain things. But this is what makes sports so amazing. We can start a discussion around the table in newspapers, the magazines that'll get people attention. That's what sports does. Yeah, but Cam Newton also said too that he said there's no racism in America. That's just in a nutshell what he was saying. That's an article that I pulled up from ABC.com that was dated August 15th last week. You know, when he said like America is past racism, he kind of like danced around it, and it kind of like ticked me off with that. But I think I'm gonna just go ahead and I'd rather go ahead and let y'all hear that for yourself. So Cam Newton, he seriously to me, he need to be punched in his goddamn throat for that shit. Because, it'd have been more better if he'd have just kept his damn mouth shut. The scrutiny that he faced last year, and, we rallied behind him because I ain't never had a problem with him doing this dab on them fools, touchdown dances in the end zone and all that. And even after with the Super Bowl, you could see he was clearly upset that, that he didn't play up to his par up to Denver, which I still think personally that, that he was paid to take a dive. And then, the post-game interview where he just didn't say anything, had his hoodie on, and he basically walked out. And then you had punk-ass Bill Romanowski talking about saying, attitude like that, boy, like that, racist ass Bill Romanowski, former 49er, former Bronco, this and that. The same Bill Romanowski who got caught twice, maybe 3 times for steroid use. Freaking Pollock, that's what he is. But Cam Newton, look here, I lost right then and there when he said that. I lost all kind of respect for Cam Newton with that comment talking about saying that America is beyond racism. Well, go try to tell that to Trayvon Martin. Try telling that to Mike Brown. Try telling that to Sandra Bland, Eric Gardner, Tamir Rice, Laquan McDonald, and Jonathan Farrell. Okay, Jordan Davis. Tell that to their parents. Now he's beginning to sound like Stephen A. Coon with that. But I'm gonna jump and correlate with that. You're gonna just see where you're going at, because I got a lot more respect for Colin Kaepernick rather than Cam Newton in this regard right here. Because like Taurine Rain said, this has got to be the year that the quote unquote biracial brothers are starting to piss off the so-called dominant society, starting to piss off the white supremacists. First it was back in June, and where I'm about to go at with this, how Jesse Williams took command of that stage at the BET Awards and gave that eloquent, articulate, and very beautiful speech at the BET Awards. And then with Colin Kaepernick, Colin Kaepernick was fully aware of this and everything, because he after Alton Sterling's murder, he was one of the ones that came straight out and spoke out against it. And see, and I like that. I like that, because and I love it even more that the 49ers had stood behind him, and and understand the fact that, hey, like I say, we live in a constitutional republic. We live in a country that's governed by a constitutional republic, where we can go ahead, agree or disagree. And one of the first amendments in constitutional law, if you study the Constitution, which is supreme law of the land, he's got his right, freedom of expression, freedom of belief. And shoot, let me tell y'all something. And let me tell you something to these white trolls, to these hate trolls out here, talking about, and these are the same ones that jumped on Gabby Douglas because she didn't put her hand over her heart during the Pledge of Allegiance. But they didn't say shit about them 2 white boys, the wrestlers in the Olympics when the national anthem went, and they didn't put their hand over their heart. But see, you see, it's a pattern going where they want us to conform and convert, okay, still pledge allegiance to the Star Spangled Banner, which ain't really, the U.S. flag ain't really a real flag. It's the Star Spangled Banner, a banner of trade and commerce. Okay, if you want the real American flag, I could describe it to you. All you got to do is look at my podcast on YouTube, and you'll see it right there. That's the real American flag, the Bunker Hill flag of 1776. The Battle of Bunker Hill, where the Moors were carrying that, battling the British. Okay? Red flag with a white batten and a green cedar tree. So-called stars and stripes, which they lied to you all these years saying that's a U.S. flag. That's not a flag. That's why it's called a Star-Spangled Banner. A banner represents a corporation, and that's what the United States is. It's a corporation. So what Colin Kaepernick them said, yeah, they're not finna go ahead. He not finna go ahead and pledge allegiance to a so-called flag that oppresses uh, people and black people of color. Now keep in mind, Colin Kaepernick, you know, he biracial. You know, his dad black and his mom white, but he was raised by whites. You know what I'm saying? And they told him straight off rip from the get-go that, you know, you're going to go through experiences, go through things and experiences things a lot different than your other siblings. And I'm going to tell you like that. And hat tip goes off to his white parents on that adopted him. They kept it 100 with Colin Kaepernick on there. And I'm going to just say it like this. That biracial stuff, because like I hate when I even hear when my own people get out there saying, oh, well, you know, he not black. He's so and so like that. He or she is not black. They biracial, they mom white and all this stuff. I say, look, they're black. Point blank, plain and simple. Okay? The dominant gene shows right in them. Same with Jesse Williams. Same with President Barack Obama. You know, and they know they black. But see, this goes also to shows too with Colin Kaepernick that he sees what's going on, and despite, you know, he's in a industry where he's making millions of dollars, that, you know, even he is not shielded or immune from what he see the racial injustices going on there, because, you know, he say himself, hey, that could be me out there, you know. Because some of our people, they go ahead and get their money and get millions of dollars. The next thing you know, they figure because they financially set, they think they're shielded. They think they're immune. Yeah. Dr. Dre. Yeah, you thought you was immune too. Till them crackers showed up at your motherfucking doorstep coming to kill you. Because some peckerwood turned around and called police on you saying that you got a gun, saying like, oh, there's a big black guy out there and he's got a gun, you know, because, you know, Dr. Dre stays out there in Malibu, California. You know, you want to move so close to being with them. But see, those white supremacists, those race soldiers, it came up for 6 LA sheriff's deputies to come to Dre's house and put handcuffs on. They were there to kill him. Because this is California. You're talking about, oh, we not certain who it was. This is California, Southern California. Everybody know who everybody is. They know the police all up through there, whether it's the LAPD or the LA County Sheriffs or whatever. They know who's the celebrities. They know every rap star. They know every movie star. They know exactly who Dr. Dre is. But then again, I don't feel sorry for Andre Young on that tip because, you know, because he done shunned us plenty of times, you know. Especially like, you know, he goes ahead and gives like $1 million to USC when he could have easily gone ahead and donated that to an historically black college or anything of that matter. You know, but I guess you can't tell him nothing because since he sold his Beats by Dre headphones, by the way, I never bought them shits in the first place, not interested in them, not impressed by them. He sold them to Apple for $1 billion. So, you know, he's basically hip hop's first billionaire, you know. But, you know, but he had like he immune from there and all this stuff. I still remember his song from Dre Day when he said, you know, let me ride, you know, got rid of the black, gonna stand by itself, black fist, no black medallions or no afros or dreadlocks. So I say, oh, so now it's like that though. But not just to go on topic, but to correlate with that. I mean, I agree with Colin Kaepernick. Colin kept it 100 on there. On top of that, you know, couldn't work. Gabby Douglas, she kept it 100 because let me explain something to you. You look at throughout the Olympics, the sisters are kicking major ass. And, you know, you already got these trolls and these white supremacists that are, you know, taking their little pot shots behind the keyboards like the cowards that they are. About like, oh, well, you know, this little nigger, she didn't put her hand over her heart. She doesn't pledge allegiance to America and all this stuff like that. But they're the ones who's out there kicking tail for for the country. You know, Simone Biles and stuff like that. Gabby Douglas, beating them up in fencing, beating them up in 100 dash. Usain Bolt, shout out to him. I don't even want to really jump on him as a late like that. I mean, yeah, you may be the world's fastest man, but I'm sorry, I can't shake the feeling. I can't really respect Usain Bolt because motherfucker, he did a commercial wearing a dress. Fuck that. That there's something else. He ain't even keeping the 100 on that. Shoot, forget that. Thinking that junk cute just for some dollars. You sold your soul for some dollars. And Colin Kaepernick, like I said, I got more respect for Colin Kaepernick and Jesse Williams than I do for Cam Newton or Usain Bolt. Because it's odd. Both of those guys, both of them got black parents. But then here they go kowtow and coon like they did. But Colin Kaepernick and Jesse Williams didn't, because you know why? Because they identify with their side, with their nationality. They identify with the fact that, hey, it could be the same thing happen to them. Because the thing is, they're not going to go ahead and they're not falling into the Willie Lynch syndrome. I'm not, not pitting the light skin against dark skin against light skin, blah blah blah. But kudos go out to him on that tip. So like I said, I got my respect. He got my respects on that tip. Cam Newton, he need to have his ass whooped for that. And it's also the same thing go for Dre. You got a lot of our people that'll go ahead and they'll sell us out, because like I said it once and I said it before. Not every one of us is not for us. Not every so-called every brother or sister is not exactly a brother or a sister. But yet though, are these the same people that'll go ahead and criticize Colin Kaepernick, and they also criticize Jesse Williams, saying like, oh, they're not black, blah blah blah, or they're not black enough and all this stuff like that. But the two things about it, they use their platform to go ahead and express the social injustices that going on here. Now, LeBron James did the same thing too for a while, but I still can't shake the fact that when it come up about Tamir Rice, he said he couldn't speak on that, and it happened right there in Cleveland. I say he should have been the first one to know. Now, when he was down here in Miami with the Heat, him along with Dwayne Wade, and I say Dwayne Wade was the one who spearheaded the whole thing, was the one who actually had all the other Heat players to take a picture, all them wearing hoodies in support of Trayvon Martin, who was murdered by that fat fuck, George Zimmerman, and the guy who punched Zimmerman in his face, though, although some old white Confederate flag flying redneck joker or whatever, it'd have been more sweeter if it had been a black person that had been whooping Zimmerman's ass, But that's another topic for another day. I explained about that earlier in my other podcast, and Sliver of Justice. You can go to my podcast channel and download that episode if you like. But like I said, Cam Newton, I'm sorry people, but I'm just shaking my head at this fool, man. I mean, to me, like the minute I see somebody like that, he wearing freaking zebra skinny pants and stuff like that, something should have been up with Cam Newton like that. They sold their soul out for fame and fortune instead of using their platform for what they supposed to really use it for. And a lot more black athletes need to go ahead and do that. A lot more need to go ahead and do that. I mean, Richard Sherman, he was one of the ones that do it too, but till he recently come out there and said that now all lives matter and stuff. And I'll be honest with you, I've met Richard Sherman, and he's still a good friend of mine or whatever like that. So I ain't gonna comment no further on that on him, that part there. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But a lot more black athletes need to go ahead and use their platform, as well as entertainers use their platform to take a stand on that. I mean, that's just, I come up in an era, I was birthed into an era where my heroes were like Muhammad Ali, rest in paradise, brother, Jim Brown, um, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you know, those type of brothers like that, Hank Aaron, those type of brothers. They were sport blacks athletes, activists, athlete activists that use their platform to stand up for their people. Nowadays, then you got a lot of black athletes and black entertainers. They don't do that, you know, because they're too busy caught up in the fame. They're too busy caught up in the money. They're too busy caught up in want to show off their Bugattis and stuff like that, so they can make the cover of GQ magazine or whatever, or be on another video that gets like over 3 million hits and shit. But yeah. But I'm gonna just stay on top, try to stay on topic on this and like that. Shout out go to Colin Kaepernick for that. Shout out go to Gabby Douglas for that. Because like me personally, they could have easily took it further. Do I need to go to the picture? And I might throw the picture up too. I'm gonna throw that picture up too on that. Of 1968 Olympics in Mexico City. Tommy Smith, John Carlos. They could have been world of gold and everything like that because they put on the black glove and they raised the black fist up and showing support and solidarity to black power. That was a bold and brave move. Just like last year in the Super Bowl, that was a bold and brave move Beyonce did in honoring the 50th anniversary of the Black Panther Party for self-defense. Which, by the way, let me make something clear on that. In October, the 50th anniversary is coming up, so get ready for that. And it's ironic that comes too because you know what? Nate Parker's movie, The Birth of a Nation, is showed that same month too. So this is going to, in the words of Professor Black Truth, it's going to be a long, hot summer, and it ain't over yet. And it's going to be a long, hot. It's going to be a long, hot fall too. Yeah, but that article by Colin Kaepernick and with Cam Newton, I kept that short and sweet. Try to correlate with that. Cam Newton need to take notice. Next time, man, you ain't got nothing intelligent, whatever to say. It'd have been much more better if you just shut the fuck up and just kept your damn mouth shut. Because the shit that you said, bro, you should be punching your throat for that. But kudos go to Colin Kaepernick for doing what you did. Proud of you, brother, because guess what? We all did the same thing when we was in school. When they was reading that dumbass Pledge of Allegiance, hell, I didn't even stand up for that shit. I sat my ass down. But before I sign off, that's all I mostly got for that right there. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Taurine Rain, number one, for regalvanizing that article and everything so forth. And I wanted to go in a little bit more input and more deeper on that when it comes to correlations, when it comes to black athletes and entertainers. Well, sports is entertainment anyway. And how that it correlates. Like it seems like that the so-called biracial brothers and sisters are the ones being on the front lines, and how the ones who had both black parents around here kowtowing and samboing around and soft shoe and cooning. So shout out to Taurine Rain for that. Shout out to Irv Griffin. Almost forgot. I also forgot to welcome good ally, good friend, Kimberly Frazier. Welcome to Spreaker. Welcome. If you in the area, if you throwing through there, come through on my channel right there, Mr. O. I'm here all the time, so you're gonna be looking for me people look for me either Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and Saturday. But before I sign off, first thing first, I want to give a shout out Also give a shout out to the black-owned businesses. If you're in the South Florida area, you and my coming through in Miami, Liberty City, and all. All right. My apologies. My apologies. Sorry about that, folks. We had a little power outage going on right here. So let me get back on topic. My apologies. We just had a little power outage and all that, but so now things are kind of like back to normal and stuff. I'm just looking at my NOS device real quick. Um, yeah, just making sure everything is back on point. Testing, 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 testing. Yeah, y'all can hear me. Yeah, just want to make sure everything back on point. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Okay, well, I'm back. I'm back. All right. Yeah, apologies for that, folks. Apologies for that. We just had a little temporary power outage, but everything is back on point. So let's go ahead. Before I even leave, um, we give a shout out to Sky's Kitchen 305. So if you're in the South Florida area, particularly Liberty City, you're looking for a little bit of Caribbean cuisine or something just to fill your stomach, you want to get bang for your buck, stop by Kai's Kitchen on 762 Northwest 62nd Street. That's in Miami, Florida. And for some of us who more like, consciously aware or, or self-empowered within you and everything and want to know a lot about your history, stop next door to him is Green and Sons, my good friend Tyrone Green. Tyrone Green is right. They've been there for years. They used to be right there on 62nd and 6th Avenue and stuff, but now they're on 62nd Street and 7th Avenue now. Bigger, better shop and everything. I mean, you want dashikis, we got it there. You want t-shirts and stuff that got black history and know about your history, we got it there. You know, everything you want. And also, they're also gonna be getting the coming in October. We got a special surprise for you on there as well. So, if you want to get your ladies, guys, if you want to get your shoes repaired, that's what their main specialty is too. So stop in there by there, holler at Mr. Tyrone, and holler at his wife and everything like that. I mean, even if you want to go in and talk about, I've known them for years. So, so I got to support the black owned businesses and black everything like that. And for fellas, for all you hustlers, all you ballers, all you players, you looking for nice suits and stuff like that, diversify your wardrobe. You can't think of no better place than Rasul's, man. Rasul's Menswear. Because not only did he sell formal, but he sell casual too. You know, when you go inside, just talk to Ronald Malik. That's his son. That's the man there. He can hook you up very nicely. Everything from shoes, the suits, outfits, hats, whether you're looking for the pot pie hat or the fedoras or whatever like that, you know, that's the man there to do it. We got to support our black-owned businesses and all that. Support the bank black movement too, which, by the way, recently now has been going real strong. And as of recent, I mean, its new accounts are now being open. Like we talking about 10 million new accounts have been opened in less than a month. Especially particularly with the largest black-owned bank in the country, and that's One United Bank. In fact, we got one right down here in Miami. You can basically go to 3275 Northwest 79th Street in Miami, Florida. That's 3275 Northwest 79th Street. One United Bank is the largest black-owned bank in the country and the largest black-owned online bank. And yes, they are FDIC insured, which basically means, when I say that, for those that don't know what FDIC insured means, that means that your money is protected by the government. You know what I'm saying? Like, is insured by the government. So say like something happens, you won't lose a dime. Trust me. This your peoples, this your main man, this your humble servant, Mr. O. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sign out on that. You know, let's keep this thing going. Let's keep this march going. Let's keep everything going. And for once, you know what I'm saying, be proud of who you are. Know your history. Control your dollars. Peace out.